like a cute toy, doesn't it? Well, you know, it's important to know toys and read the boxes of the toys you buy in stores so you know if it's suitable for your child's age group. However, you should also be your own judge on what toys are safe for your kids. And Steve Caney is with us. He's our toy expert, and he's about to tell us how. Now, this toy looks cute. What's wrong with it?
I loved it when I first saw it. And then that, right, pull that out. Just give the old yank. You see what I mean?
Oh, a sharp edge?
Parts come off, yeah. It's really difficult to know the good toys from the bad toys just by looking at them in boxes or looking at them in a store. You have to go around and do a little bit of testing and pre-testing the toys before your kids play with them. That also means if your kid gets a toy for a gift, pre-test it before you give it to your child. If it has a part like that, just take it off and give it to the child without that.
Eyes, things like that.
Yeah, you give little tugs at the eyes, you give little tugs at the arms, you give little tugs at the accessories. Those are the things to watch out for. Here, I'll show you something over here. Everybody loves a Raggedy Ann doll. And this looks kind of safe and cuddly, but just these little parts here, this could be the dangerous part that a child might be able to pull off or untie and then maybe tie onto something else. So fine, but take off the parts that look like they're the straggler parts.
Good idea, Steve. How about this doll? Now, she looks harmless.
Well, this is not a new doll. This is one that's been around for a while, and another example of toys that age. Everything gets old and begins to wear out, and you have to check toys periodically to see if... Look at that.
Oh, boy.
And in fact, that's exactly... Well, this one's about to pull out, but look at that. Look at the ragged parts on that. I didn't do that. That's really the way it came out.
Obviously, this is a toy that's been around for a long time, so it's...
And you see the plastic up here is soft, but the plastic down here is hard, so you really have to check them over very thoroughly. A toy that has got to this condition... Chuck it. Throw it away.
All right.
Don't keep it around. Don't give it away to anybody else either.
How about packaged toys?
Well, it's always nice when a toy that has a lot of parts comes in its own package. That's the only saving grace of this one. Toys like this. This is a toy that is supposed to represent an adult thing, but in reality, it doesn't work. I mean, this is a toy hammer that really doesn't hammer. Kids, if they're going to use tools, need real, honest-to-goodness tools. I mean, there's no safety in a dull blade. There's no safety in a dull saw. You try to cut with a dull saw, and you gotta kind of force it and try it, and then pretty soon it slips and it cuts you. A sharp saw would actually saw a piece of wood.
But now let's talk about age. This would obviously not be for a young child.
Well, it says here on the box, it says for ages 8 and up. Any kid that's going to be 8 and up is going to want to use real tools. And the reason they put that on there, because for kids less than 8, it's a dangerous toy.
All right, let's talk about age, because here you've got, now this toy set says for age 3+.
Yeah.
But you were showing me what happens with, for instance, this boat.
Well, this is not necessarily a bad toy, but for a 3-year-old, I would be very cautious because look at all the parts that start coming off. In fact, this whole toy comes apart. It's made out of soft plastic. Plastic is not a bad word.
Well, like this plastic.
Yeah, it depends on the kind of plastic. This is a soft plastic. You can bend the parts, and that's what you should do. When you go into a toy store, you should look in the box, feel the parts. If you can't get into the box, get in the box anyway, you know, I'll give you a little clue. In toy stores, they have a machine that rewraps the packages after people like you and I go in there and test them all out. So if you go into a store and you want to test a toy, try it out. Or ask maybe the person that owns the store if you can try and feel if the plastic is soft, if it's hard, if it has any parts that will pull off.
Just good common sense, Steve. We sure don't want our kids to be hurt.
There's one rule to learn. It's called if a toy has a potential danger, the child should be aware of it.
All right, and so should the
parent too.
All right.